Don't rely on AI for branding. Stay tuned for your creative brief. Hey, I'm Mark, your host. As always, thanks for joining us. Now, maybe you're like me and you've seen all these posts and ads recently about some new AI platform that can take care of all of your branding or rebranding needs for you. Don't buy into the hype. I am very pro AI. I use it every day, but I also verify what it tells me. And I've also been in brand development for years and years. And the takeaway here is you really don't want to rely on AI too heavily to do your branding or rebranding work. And we'll take a look at some of the reasons why. So let me unpack my opinion or the why behind this a little bit. If your business had a newer employee with like 1 to 3 years of experience, would you equip them with only AI to solve your biggest challenges with sales or HR or accounting? You would never do that. It would be a disaster. And I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about what branding is. And maybe that phrase applies. You don't know what you don't know. If you think branding is just your logo or some social media posts that get thrown up, it is so much more. It is directly tied into your sales, your customer perception, your employee satisfaction, what the community thinks about you. It is essential and not something that you want to leave to AI. Let's see how AI does at naming a new business as part of branding. Let's pretend it is a veteran-owned, highly patriotic-themed specialty popcorn business. Let's use an AI branding platform or ChatGPT or Perplexity, some kind of AI tool to develop the names. And looking through them, there's not a whole lot of home runs, but a couple of them might stand out, like Patriot Popcorn or the Honor Popcorn Company or Honor Popcorn. The thing you got to remember is that AI is probably not going to do a great job vetting these names to see if they're free and clear. It's only going to go to the extent that you or the platform tell it to go. So for instance, is it going to go out to the US Patent and Trademark Office to start to see if the name is dead or alive? A live trademark is obviously going to be a problem competing with the name, but even a dead trademark can be problematic, say if that popcorn company closed because of food contamination and lawsuits. And AI is really not going to consider things like this. Just because the trademark is available doesn't mean there might not be some other issues. For instance, did it also go out and check for what domain names are available, what social handles are available? Are the social handles that are available consistent across all platforms? You really can't trust AI to go this granular, but these things are really important. And did AI do really deep searches through search engines like Google and the various social platforms to see if there's any conflicts? You might find there's not a trademark, but there are direct competitors with the same name. AI is probably not also considering like SEO challenges. You might have a business with a similar name that has a really strong reputation or history with Google that you're going to have to overspend and strategize to appear above them in search. There's also really weird and unexpected conflicts from similar names, like take for instance Scout's Honor Popcorn. That has a very super high level of THC in it, and that may not really align with your brand, but when people search for Honor Popcorn, they may be the first thing that pops up, and maybe you have kids that sell this for fundraisers, and it could cause confusion. Another crazy phenomenon that we've seen as an agency helping brands with naming is that sometimes if you go back and do deep searching again, like on Google or social platforms, a couple weeks later, you can get new results or totally different results that reveal conflicts or potential problems. So an AI branding platform, an all-in-one, solution or tool, it's not going to think this abstract or granular or have the experience like somebody at an agency to properly advise you on something as essential as your name. But this also plays true for lots of other elements in your branding. And here's the risk. This is why this is a big deal. This owner of this popcorn company is going to go put that name on his building signage, vehicle wraps, other ads, packaging, business cards, uniforms, website, social. He's going to put it everywhere, and then bam, he's going to get hit with a cease and desist, and he's going to have to take all that down and start again if he can recover from that. It's just a big, expensive nightmare. My next steps or recommendations for you when it comes time to brand or rebrand is to see if you can partner with a micro-size, smaller agency that will work with you in a really customized way, where they have all this seasoned experience with brand development and they can do the heavy lifting on the strategy side of things and advise you, but they can also empower you with templates or DIY things that you can use AI to accomplish those day-to-day tasks so you don't have to rely on the agency. That's going to save you a ton of time and money if you do that. As always, if I can be a resource to you or answer questions, feel free to reach out to me. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Mark for Your Creative Brief.